Hey guys, Chris here, founder of Rooted Music. Guys, at Rooted, our goal is to help you learn to play the music that you love by coaching you on the why and not just the what. And we're going to do just that in today's tutorial. But before we do, I'd love for you to subscribe to this channel here so you don't miss out on any of the new worship tutorials that we have for you. And I'd also love for you to check out the links in the description of this video where you can download our chord chart to this song for free, and also where you can learn more worship songs just like this for just $1 for the first 30 days. Check out those links and let's go ahead and dive into the video.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us. My name is Shane Cole and I'm here with a bass tutorial with Rooted Music, and so excited that you're with us. Today we're going to talk about a great song. It's called Famous For, I believe, in parentheses, by Tauren Wells, and it's featuring Jen Johnson as well. That's the version we're referencing today. I think it's the most common version, the most searchable. So, couple of things to note at the beginning of this, just to kind of clear the air. This recording, there's actually no real bass guitar on the recording, but it's a really, really neat synth bass. And I don't know if it was played on like an analog synth or if it was all programmed, but regardless, it's a very cool part. But I think we've come up with a really neat way to kind of translate it to the bass guitar. So we'll spend a few minutes talking about that, and then the other thing we should chat about is the key signature. So we're going to be in B flat, and I want to review those notes with you. So I like, and pay attention to this shape too, because this shape is cool and it's movable. And just if you're kind of getting started with like fretboard knowledge, this is just kind of a great place to base everything from. No pun intended. So we're going to start on B flat on the E string, 6th fret. We got B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, back to B flat. Okay, I'm going to do that once without talking. All right, you can play it down here with some open strings too, if that helped. And then you could also play it super high up here. And you can see I'm doing the same shape. I'm literally just moving my root note to a different B flat. Okay, and then I'm going to talk in numbers throughout this tutorial. So when I say 1, I'm talking about B flat. And then you just assign numbers consecutively from there. So 1's B flat, 2 is C, 3 is D, 4 is E flat, 5 is F, 6 is G, 7 is A, and when you get back to B flat, we're going to call it 1 again. All right, so we won't talk about the intro because the bass synth is not playing at that moment, and then we've got 2 verses at the top, and we're not going to play the first verse. So when the verse repeats, so basically you'll count 8 measures, and then the verse will repeat, and we'll start there, and we'll start talking about these changes. So what's going to happen is, basically, to oversimplify it for a moment, we're just going to go between a 4 chord and a 5 chord. And then after that, I'm going to explain a passing tone that happens kind of quickly. But just to kind of get the way it feels in your head, I'm going to count us into a verse, okay? And we're just going to leave out the passing note for a while, and we're going to go from a 4 chord to a 5 chord. So our chords are E flat and F right here. So verse repeat, 2, ready, go. And then just let a 4 ring for 2 bars here. And then we'll drop into a chorus right there. All right, before we get to the chorus, though, let me talk about that passing tone. So if you're counting like this, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On beat 4, while playing the 4 chord, we're going to put a 6 chord right there. So what I mean is it'll be a 4 chord, 2, 3, 6 chord, 5 chord, stay on the 5 chord, 4 chord, 6 chord, 5 chord, stay on the 5, 4 chord, 6 chord, 5 chord, stay on the 5. And then we'll let the 4 chord ring for 2 bars at the end. Cool. Here's what it sounds like on bass. Verse repeat. 2, ready, go. Here's our long 4. All right, sweet. All right, let's talk about the chorus now. So there's a kind of a pulsing groove on the choruses, and it's a very synthy thing to do, but I think it's kind of cool to play the pulsing rhythm on bass. It's really neat. So I'll explain the changes first. So the chords on the chorus: 4, 5, 6, and then this bar, there's a couple notes. We're going to play a 7 for 2 beats, and then a 1 chord and a 3 chord on the last 2 beats of bar 4 on the chorus. Same thing will happen on bar 8 of the chorus. So I'm going to do it without the pulse real quick, just so you can see the changes and hear the changes. So remember, 4 is our E flat, so we'll start there. Here's the 7, and then 1, 3. Repeat that. All right, so if I were you, I would go ahead and maybe practice the song with those changes without the pulsing pattern yet. But since we're here and we do have the time, I do want to talk about the pulsing pattern, the rhythm that we're going to play these chords. So you saw the changes without the pulse. Here it is with the pulse, okay? And if you need to kind of get it in your head before you hear me play it, it's kind of like this. If I were to count us into the chorus, 2, 3, 4, bump, 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 like that, okay? All right, here's how it sounds. I'm going to play some lower notes here. Cool, and then after chorus 1, we're going to do a nice clean mute. So after we play our 1, 3 on beats 3 and 4 of the very last measure of the chorus, we'll kind of just slide down and just kind of gently mute our bass, because on this following verse, there's 4 measures of no bass. So we'll want to clean mute ourselves. We don't want any notes to ring out. So you'll count 4 measures of rest here. And then towards the end of this verse, same program as before. So just to review the chord changes of the verse, remember with our passing tone, our passing 6 chord, we'll do that again, and then now we're going to do a passing 3 chord before the 4. So we were doing a passing 6 chord before the 5, now we're going to do a passing 3 chord before the 4. So here's how it sounds. 3, 4. Here, we're going to leave out the 5. Rest, 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 rest. Chorus. Same thing as before from the chorus. And then clean mute. Now we're on the bridge, and we're going to rest for 4 bars, 4 measures. Okay, and the bass will drop in right here. So bar number 5 or measure number 5 on the bridge. And these changes are neat. It kind of moves similar to the verse does, but the changes are different. So on the bridge, we're going to do 6, passing chord on a 1, and then a 4, no passing chord here, 1 chord, passing chord on a 3, and then a 5 chord. Okay, so we'll end up doing this 3 times, and I'll show you how it goes. So bridge, the first 4 measures we rested. Here's measure number 5. Okay. No passing chord here. Same thing, 2 more times. No passing chord here. Here's our final one. And then right here, listen to this rhythm. Cool. So if you recognize that pulsing rhythm, it's the groove that we do on the chorus, and the band kind of does it together to finish off the bridge. So when you get to that 5 chord, 2, ready, go, bump, 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 bump. That's your rhythm. And then we'll mute for a moment, and then we're going to play a chorus and a refrain, and the changes are the same there. And we've talked a good bit about that. I will play it one more time just to reinforce the way it sounds. And then just know we're going to do that soft mute, that clean mute to get into, the song ends with a down verse. So you'll hear me play the chorus and the refrain, and then you'll hear me mute, and we'll be to the end of the song with a successful tutorial. So here it is just one more time to get it in your head. Chorus and refrain program. 2, ready, go. And then you'll let the down verse happen without bass, and we did it. Thank y'all so much for joining. Please, 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 if you have any questions, comment below, and we really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us today in this tutorial. I hope you really enjoyed it and learned a lot through it. Make sure to subscribe to our channel here so you don't miss any of the new tutorials we have coming up. And make sure to check out those links in the description of this video so you don't miss out on the chord chart and you don't miss out on more and more worship song coaching for just $1 for the first 30 days. Check out those links, and we'll see you soon.